a lot of the jobs that I was on when I was young, there was nobody I could go to. And so we really wanted to create that, both myself and Rodrigo, for and not just for the cast, I think for the crew as well.
I was seeing your Hollywood Reporter story, Sarah, that said that you were trying to create a different environment for young actors and a better one. And can you tell me a little bit about how exactly you're doing that?
Absolutely. And I think, our experience is wasteful if we can't impart what we've learned and create a better world. It's what we try to do as a parent for our kids, and it's the same thing that I would want from a set. And I think it's really just about being collaborative and hearing their voices. Everybody has a voice, and you shouldn't be afraid to use it. It should be listened to. And, fears may not be fact, but they're feelings. And you have to take that into consideration. And I think so often, especially as a young actor, you're taught you're replaceable and, stand there, be pretty, say your lines. And that's not how it should be. And it doesn't have to be that way. And so from the get-go, I said to the kids, I'm not here all the time, I'm commuting, but I'm always on my phone. So if something feels wrong, you're not comfortable, just call me and we will get into it. But never be afraid. A lot of the jobs that I was on when I was young, there was nobody I could go to. And so we really wanted to create that, both myself and Rodrigo, for and not just for the cast, I think for the crew as well.
So tell me a little bit about what drew you guys to this show and these characters.
I think initially the credit really goes to Jeff Davis. Both on screen and off the world that he wanted to create was so intriguing to me. And Rodrigo and I have been, specifically today, talking a lot about just sort of how we manifest horrors and the things that scare us. And, they come from our mind, and we use these lores of werewolves or whatever in the supernatural world to explain what we don't have the answers for. And the idea that Jeff really wanted to tackle anxiety and specifically isolation and finding your pack and what it means to have those people, I think that's something that maybe before pandemic, not everybody would have felt, but I think at some point through this time, we have all felt that isolation and how needed it is to have that pack supporting you.
Yeah, and that was very clear, all that was clear when I read just the first episode. So I really liked the story. I liked the way he tells the story. I was very involved with the characters, and it just grabbed me right away. So I'm like, well, besides being a genre or a horror or whatever, the style of the project, I just like the story, and I want to know what happens, to these characters. And I really loved the character that was offered to me, Garrett. I connected to it on a personal level, being connected to nature. This is a park ranger that is sort of like a protector of the environment. And being a father of two teenagers that actually have a very special, specific condition, I thought it would be a great opportunity to bring a lot of humanity to this character.
So tell me a little bit about, so I've seen the first 2 episodes and I love them. I now want all of them.
Right.
But so tell me a little bit about your dynamics with all these kids, because we don't actually see you interact a ton with the kids in the first episodes.
Those 2 first episodes, you're absolutely right. From episode 3 on, the dynamic changed completely, and it will be a lot of interaction.
I think it's interesting, I'm used to playing characters that are all out there from the get-go. You know who they are, what they represent. And Rodrigo and I really had a character flip in this one, because it's the male character that puts a lot out there. Emotion, his feeling, where he is in life, how he reacts to these people. And my character, for the first couple episodes, you get nothing. So it's up to you to infer, is she telling the truth? Is there more to this story? Maybe there's not. Maybe she's just really good at her job, or, and then slowly you'll understand the reasons why she's there and the meaning behind why she's there, the motivation.